Graveyard Guys Podcast, Episode 8. Happy 4th of July. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Graveyard Guys Podcast. I think this is Episode 8. I just said it
Is
earlier,
it 8?
but I think it's 8.
We ate.
It's 4th of July.
I was like, what are you singing?
The 4th of July song. And we are doing, again, another special episode because we are too ADD and we can't stay on track. We are going over America's cryptids, or at least 6 of America's cryptids, in honor of 4th of July, which apparently is the birth of America.
Woo!
How did you know that?
The 4th of July is the birth of America?
Oh, man. I bank with USAA, which is like a military bank, or a bank that partners with the military. And when you log in, it says "Happy Birthday, America." So I'm not going to question it.
Well, 4th of July is Independence Day, right?
Yes. Do you know why we celebrate 4th of July? I know that part. Do you not?
Where did you grow up? Texas, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I grew up in Texas too, but probably a smaller town.
You don't know why we celebrate 4th of July?
I do.
Who did we get independence from?
France? I'm just kidding. Dude, don't leave that in.
It will be left
That makes
in.
me sound so stupid. No.
No.
UK.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
UK.
Was that Donald Trump?
Yeah. UK.
Anyways, so Pride just passed, and even though this is strictly not a gay podcast, how was your Pride?
It was serving boots, mama,
Okay.
slaying.
Great.
It was all right.
I had a reason why I was going to bring up Pride that had to do with this show, and then I forgot what it was. But I do have this really cute shirt. It says "Final Gay," and it has got. And people asked me if this was like my brand, because they think that this is me, because it's a guy with the hat and a beard.
Oh, yeah, except the tits aren't as big as yours. Wait, no, your tits. That was a compliment to you, I think? No, I meant to say that his tits are bigger than yours. It was supposed to be a shade, but it ended up being a compliment, so you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, you are.
If you would like to see more pictures of my tits, check out my Snapchat. It's a rainy day outside because we are recording on the actual 4th of July because we're patriotic bitches. And it's the perfect weather for cryptid talk.
It is so perfect.
So, I don't think we have anything really to cover, like otherworldly news and whatnot. Everything seems to just be reality terrifying, not fun, supernatural terrifying.
Yeah. The big beautiful bill just passed. Not.
Yes, it did.
Not having a fun time, actually.
Earlier, we'll post our text messages in our Instagram if you want to see that. The conversation we had about just, I think Lady Gaga's "Rain on Me" song is about like just let the nukes happen.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, I'd rather. How's it say? I'd rather be dry, but at least I'm alive. Rain on me.
I'd rather be dry, but at least Yeah. Oh, wow, that was bad.
Is that the official World War III song?
Wait.
Anyways, enough with this sunshine topic. I'm going to go first. And the first cryptid that I would like to bring to the attention of everybody is, I'll give you a hint. They eat clothes. They're attracted to lights. He's got a huge ass.
Me? Give me that shirt. You want to know what happened to his sleeves?
Yeah, he ate it. You haven't even. Do you drink coffee? Yeah, you do. We haven't drinking anything. Why are you?
I had coffee.
Okay.
Did you?
That's mine.
Did you? You didn't even finish it. That's cold.
I'm drinking it.
Can you finish it, please?
Anyways, so Red eyes in the night. We are talking about the Mothman. If you don't understand the cheeks reference, you got to check out the Mothman statue. I don't know where it is, but it has a huge
He has a fat ass?
Yeah.
Wait, I can't see this. Okay, keep talking.
You can look it up. I'm going to post it on the video so everybody can see it. Glowing red eyes, giant wings, and a tendency to show up before disasters. Is he a cryptid or an omen of doom? So when the sun sets on a sleepy American town and red eyes start glowing in the dark, you're not dreaming. You might just be in Mothman territory. And if you see him, something very bad might be behind him. That ass. Yeah.
Damn, girl.
Yeah,
I bet you shit out of that ass.
Okay. So, Mothman, the first sighting. Do you know when the first Mothman sighting was? We all know who he is. He's very popular. There's been movies made about him.
I don't know when it's West Virginia, right?
Yes.
Hell yeah. No, I don't know when the first sighting was.
Guess at least the decade.
Cool. I did see the number
19,
and then I saw a 6, so I don't know if it was...
The 60s.
Okay.
So the first sighting is 1966. Two couples in Point Pleasant report a 7-foot-tall winged creature with glowing red eyes chasing their car near the TNT area, which is an abandoned WW2 munitions site.
WW2?
World War II.
Yeah.
Dub 2. Dub squared. Yeah. And I've thought about this before when people, like, either when they're fishing or when they see something like it was 7 feet tall. How do you know?
How do you know? It's like that one video, the El Paso one, where they're like 17 degrees, and it's like, how do you know it's 17 degrees?
Yeah, the famous clip of ours.
Let's not talk about that.
No, but you know, when I see, for example, a 6-foot person, they're just a little bit taller than me. But like if I see a 6-foot snake, it doesn't look that long. I don't know. It's just me. Maybe it's because I do like snakes and I like used to have snakes. So like whenever I was researching what snake I wanted, like, oh, this is a pretty small snake. It only gets to like 4 foot long. That sounds like a big snake, but it actually isn't very big. And most of the time it's because they're coiled up, but whatever. Anyways, the interesting thing about the Mothman is that it's been seen over 100 times. It has over 100 witnesses.
Wow.
So, you know, is this a group hallucination at different times, or is there something out there? The Mothman is described as man-sized or larger, depending on the man.
Could not imagine. Man is in the title. Sorry, keep going. I'm just...
Huge wings, a 10-foot wingspan, which is another thing. You know, we talk about the wingspan of birds, and they'd be like, this eagle has like a 6-foot wingspan. I'm like, and they stick their wings out, and I'm like, that's not...
It's because it's like this wing, torso, and then this wing.
Yeah.
And that all is like 6 feet.
But
it doesn't... I know, but I'm just saying...
The span of their wings.
I'm just saying it's a little bit less than half on each side.
Right.
Is what I'm saying.
Right.
Bitch.
I think there's something with like a 10-foot wingspan. I mean, that was big. But like when they're like a 4-foot or a 6-foot wingspan.
Like the Andean condor, that's like one of the largest birds. Shout out to Bolivia.
I think it was the harpy eagle.
The Andean condor is like a huge. She's a big boy, girl, or what? You know.
Indian condor.
Andean. Like the Andes.
Condor. Let's give it 3 minutes while Wesley's internet.
It's not my internet. It's
Looks
the
up.
apartment internet. 10-foot, 10-inch wingspan. That's the maximum. Almost 11 feet.
It looks like a vulture.
Because it's a part of the family. The name is literally Vulture gryphus.
Oh.
Dumbass. Well, pretty sure I know more about Andean condors than you do, genius.
Well, great. Anyways, for our animal podcast. Okay, so the creature's described as being man-sized or larger, huge wings, which is a 10-foot wingspan. Maybe it's an Andes condor or whatever.
Could be,
glowing red eyes, silent flight.
Oh,
which is scary.
Yeah.
Do you really know anything about it? When I hear big birds or when I see big birds flying, do I ever hear them? You hear little birds because they're like.
Yeah. Like Otis, when he flies, he's literally like.
That's his cockatiel.
Cockatiel, yeah. And then I know owls when they fly, they're also like silent. Like really, really
Maybe it's a
quiet.
trait of a predator bird
Yeah. Oh, it is.
because you have to be quiet.
I don't know why I was excited about that.
It also emits a high-pitched screech or a deep hum. Locals felt an overwhelming sense of dread before the sightings. Is it the Mothman or is it the political climate? That is an adorable dog.
Which one?
It looks like a brown and white schnauzer, which I've never seen before.
Oh, the little one. It's the only brown and white dog in front of us. I'm so stupid.
Well, anyways. Okay. So if you guys have seen the Mothman prophecies, this is basically when I learned about this, and this is kind of what put the Mothman on the map. So just over a year after the Mothman appeared, the Silver Bridge collapsed, killing 46 people. And Mothman prophecies, that happens in the movie. I didn't know Mothman prophecies was like based on true events, like the bridge collapsing, so that kind of made it a little creepier for me. I actually didn't know what the Mothman was when I saw the Mothman prophecies, because I think it came out early 2000s. I was like in high school or middle school, and I was like, I don't know what that is. But no sightings were reported in the area after the collapse. The Mothman didn't kill anyone himself, but he might have seen what did. Well, we didn't.
Oh, that's why you said he was an omen.
Yeah. Anyways, so the Mothman on the move. Mothman gets around, or maybe there's more than one. So most of the time it's seen by the Great Lakes in Chicago. Dozens of reports of flying humanoids over O'Hare Airport and nearby neighborhoods. And he's been spotted in Mexico City in 2009, a Mothman-like creature seen before the swine flu outbreak. And in Chernobyl in 1986, there was unverified reports claimed a winged creature was seen before the reactor meltdown.
Chernobyl is crazy.
Yeah, so like before it actually like shit went down in Chernobyl, there was a Mothman sighting. That's interesting. Where disaster goes, the Mothman glows.
Love this diva.
Yeah, so a couple of
Classic.
theories. Do you know what ultra-terrestrial means?
Ultra-terrestrial. It means that they are...
What's the other terrestrial we know of again?
Extraterrestrial?
And that's like space, right?
Yeah, space. Ultra-terrestrial is like, they were... At one point, they were extraterrestrials, and now they live here.
They're extra.
They're extra.
No. So, well,
I made that up, by the way.
Yeah. So, ultra-terrestrial is basically like an alien, but from a parallel universe, not from space.
Oh.
Which is weird because interdimensional stuff and parallel universes are often a theory in cryptids, like Bigfoot, which I never thought of. You just think of Bigfoot, oh, it's just a creature in the woods, but like there's been like some weird happenings that people are like, no, that's like characteristics of a different dimension type thing. I don't know. That's a little too woke for me.
Too woke is crazy.
Yeah. And then of course, alien connection sightings coincide with UFO activity, and many witnesses of seeing like the Men in Black after a Mothman.
Oh yeah, I've heard about like the Men in Black, and they're usually like these weird like pale dudes that walk in and they don't know how to have like
apparently they're
conversations. They're like, hi, female woman.
Yeah.
Are you on your period today? They'll literally be like that. It's like, okay, because they only know like, oh, a woman has her period.
I know guys like that, so it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it'd be like, hey mamas,
It's very strange because it's almost like
trying to be human.
Well, yeah, I was like, it's almost like Men in Black are cryptids in themselves. And that was the Mothman. Wesley, your turn.
We love this diva, classic American hero. Hero? I don't know. So today I'm going to be talking about a devilish cryptid.
It's me.
Hi.
I'm the problem. I'm the cryptid. It's me.
So this is a cryptid who I'm trying to think of something witty to say like off the cuff, but I cannot think of anything.
Teresa Guidici isn't the only evil thing from New Jersey.
Is she evil? What's she do?
That's just the only person I can think of from New Jersey. Michelle Visage isn't the only
literally
evil
a lot of like people from New
Okay,
Jersey.
well, I'm telling you how to create a joke.
Okay. how to create a joke.
Oh my god.
Okay, so there was this woman.
Teresa Giudice.
Yes, her Judice.
Is that her last name? I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's spelled that way.
Yeah.
Judice, Gudici, Gudis.
I'm not Italian.
I'm not Italian either.
Gooch.
I'm also not from New Jersey. Snooki's from New Jersey. Snooki isn't the only evil one.
How
Just kidding.
dare
I'm just
you.
taking your joke. She's nice.
We stand Snooki
We
on
love
this
Snooki.
podcast.
Anyways, so Snooki was giving birth. I'm just kidding. A woman named Leeds or Mother Leeds, also known as Showards. I do not know how to pronounce that. Shourd. Showards.
I don't know. But isn't this kind of like what they talked about in the Blair Witch Project?
Oh, I do not remember.
Go ahead, I'll look it up.
Oh no, the Blair Witch is isn't that's taken from the Bell Witch, right?
Right, but it's in the same location as this cryptid, which you have yet to
Is it?
describe and say is from.
I'm sorry, I want to get all my facts. My fags. Okay, so there's this woman named Leeds or Mother Leeds who was to give birth to her 13th child in 1735. It was rumored that she was a witch, and when her child was born, he grew wings and hooves, and he got his little tail and it was like and like clobbered everybody in the room and then flew away.
It's clobbering time. I forgot what character said
The
that.
Thing. Anyways, so this is the Jersey Devil. It is mostly seen in South Jersey and Philadelphia. Have you ever been to Philly?
Mm-mm.
It's all right.
I've just been to Cleveland most recently. That's the closest I've been.
Oh, that's the closest you've been? Have you ever been to DC?
I literally said Cleveland's the closest.
What a dumbass. I'm not very...
Anything above Atlanta, I haven't
Are you
ventured to.
serious? Yeah. You've never been to New York? No. You just said the closest...
Yeah, I have. Isn't that weird?
Wow. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but when we take our Graveyard Guys podcast trip to Sleepy Hollow,
ooh, that would be fun.
we'll stop by.
But anyways, South Jersey and Philadelphia, it is a bipedal goat with bat wings, and it's fast as fuck, and it emits a blood-curdling scream. So
What the fuck is that?
You'll see. You'll see. In 1909, there was a panic where there were multiple sightings reported from South Jersey all the way to Philadelphia. And the last sighting was in 2015 when a man saw a creature he thought was a llama, but it ended up being... It looks really fake.
It looks like a pinata.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like he just got like a poor little goat and was like, "Come on, now we're gonna make some fucking money." You know, he's like pulling them up on a string.
It looks like is it called the Griffith from Harry Potter?
Hippogriff.
Hippogriff. That's
Yeah.
what it looks like.
It looks like he
A bad
just
one.
got a goat. I had nothing else to say.
Because it looks like there's a little beak. I'll put the picture up when I edit the video. Just send it to me.
I think that might just be like a little hair on his chinny chin chin.
Well,
But
poor
like
goat.
the wings are so like shitty, you know. They're supposed to be
Papier-mâché.
bat wings, so if he was trying to do a hoax, then they should have been bigger. You know,
That's what I always say.
we should create a hoax. That would be kind of cunty. Let's create a
It'll
cryptid.
get us viral. Then
Let's get viral.
Then sent to
You know
jail.
all about viral, huh? Yeah. Might want to take that doxy.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, so this is a classic American cryptid. The last sighting was in 2015, mostly seen in Jersey, and there have been sightings throughout Philadelphia too. Your turn.
All right.
I was trying to keep my notes short because I tend to go like a little too much.
You good, dog?
Whoop.
Okay. The next cryptid that I have is a name you shouldn't say out loud.
Voldemort.
Out in the frozen wilds of the north, when the snow is thick and the fire's gone out, you might hear something like Wesley drinking from his canteen, creeping, cracking, whispering your name. Some say it's the wind, others say it's the Wendigo.
Whoa, you ate with that.
Thank you. So I'm not gonna pronounce these correctly, probably. So I apologize to any North American natives that this may offend. But it originates from the Algonquian-speaking indigenous tribes, especially the Cree, Ojibwe, and Innu. I know Ojibwe because Trixie Mattel is Ojibwe. The Wendigo. Oh, we should bring her on and ask her if she knows about this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Trixie,
No, I have her on speed dial. Trixie,
please
come on the pod.
Yeah. The Wendigo is a malevolent, cannibalistic spirit associated with winter, starvation, and greed. Descriptions vary, but often include tall and emaciated, pale or grayish skin.
Wait, this is me. Emaciated? That's like skinny, right?
Yeah.
Skinty.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's like beyond skinny.
Beyond skinny.
It's your body's starting to eat itself. Sunken, glowing eyes, a heart of ice. Honestly, same girl. Oh my god. Fangs, claws, and constant gnawing hunger. Sometimes it has antlers, which is rumored that the antlers were a Hollywood addition, like when it started appearing in movies. But we'll need to ask Ojibwe Queen Trixie Mattel what the true tea is on that.
Yeah, only she knows.
Yeah.
Of course.
The more it eats, the hungrier it gets. Because the Wendigo isn't just a monster. It's hunger itself.
Damn, girl.
This sounds like the Bible talking about sex. Reported sightings and true horror. Unfortunately, there's no verified sightings, but this is more of like a spirit and less of a monster. But historical accounts come from fur traders, missionaries, and settlers from the 1600s all the way up to the 1900s. The most famous case is Swift Runner from 1878, a Cree man in Alberta who murdered and ate his family during a harsh winter. Doesn't hypothermia also make you delusional or something?
Hypothermia makes you want to go naked.
Yeah, I know that. Well, hypothermia makes your body feel like it's so hot that you take your clothes off, and that's kind of why. Pop culture distorts the legend, especially like the antlered deer demon version, which isn't part of the original indigenous depictions. But as you know, we like to fluff things up in Hollywood. Some theories of what the Wendigo could be. Again, like its Mothman brother, is it an interdimensional entity feeding off extreme human suffering, or is it a tulpa? Are you familiar with a tulpa?
No, it's a tulpa.
Tulpa is my favorite. I don't even know. It's not a singular thing. A tulpa is a creature that is given life because so many people believed in it.
Oh, I've heard of that. They do that a lot in like Japanese culture. Like there's a lot of movies and like animes and stuff like that where the gods themselves are only alive because people believe in them.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Tinkerbell.
I don't know that bitch. But I mean, it's kind of like similar to Tinkerbell. It's kind of like Freddy Krueger. But with Freddy Krueger, and I don't know about these gods, but with Freddy Krueger, he was a person that died, and then he has power because people are afraid of him, and the fear gives him power. And just people remembering him gives him power, which is kind of similar, but not really. A true tulpa is if we found out Slender Man was real. Because Slender Man started off on Reddit as a story.
Yeah.
People read it and they got scared. And then it's almost like the second-hand story. People that weren't familiar with Reddit thought that it was actually like a real sighting. And so now it's a phenomenon, and not most people know who Slender Man is. And if Slender Man so happened to show up because of all of the energy people were giving it, that's a tulpa.
Next, we have a diva who also. So if you, fuck, I don't know what's wrong. I'm like short circuiting right now. Like I didn't realize. You don't realize how early this is for us. We usually are recording like at 6 or 7, but right now it's like almost 10 o'clock
in the morning.
And Mama hasn't had her Coke yet. Just kidding, cut that out. I don't think we'd get demonetized. I have, yeah. Anyways, so all of my diva boots are going to be characters that have made a like small appearance on the show. And now we're going to talk about them a little bit more, you know? So we had our little Jersey Devil, and now we're talking about our flying torpedo butt plug, the Flatwoods Monster. So This is located in Braxton County, West Virginia. Have you heard that guy? Like, the one who, whenever he's like narrating, he's like,
Wes, he has autism.
oh my god.
I
don't know why that was my reaction. September 1952, there were about 2 kids. I believe it was 2 kids, 1 parent, and like a cousin or a nephew who saw a bright light in the sky crash.
Boom.
Way over there. Not here. This was in West Virginia. And so they all ran to the crash site, climbed up this hill, and they saw this red pulsating light. Pulsating like your vagina.
Oh my goodness.
And then this light started emitting this smoke. I was trying to sing, and my voice did not work. And then this torpedo butt plug starts floating towards them, and it had like these little like spindly fingers and claws, and glowing eyes, and this, they said the head was like an ace of spades, kind of like has a little bit of a point to it, and it was floating. And they got scared because it was coming like straight towards them. You see floating butt plug.
I was making sure it was one that I talked about last time.
Yeah.
Even that picture looks a lot scary. I didn't see that one.
Oh, that is kind of terrifying. It's the eyes, honestly. It kind of looks like I don't know. The Nun. I don't know. But they got extremely scared, dropped their fleshlights. Their fleshlights. Dropped their flashlights. They saw the butt plug, dropped their flashlights, and then they darted. They dipped. They got out of there, and they were telling everybody. They're like, "Oh my fucking god! I saw this like Flatwoods monster." Oh, the Flatwoods monster is also called the Braxton County monster, or Braxy. Braxy's kind of cunt though.
Braxy sounds like a Loch Ness monster type thing. But
Braxy, I think Braxton. When I hear Braxy, I'm thinking like Tamar Braxton for some reason.
That's what I was thinking of. Tony Braxton.
Oh, okay. Sisters.
Anyways, let's go ahead.
I don't know. But skeptics are calling it an owl, which I don't get how you can get like torpedo butt plug from like an owl.
They always say it's an owl. Owls are just the default.
No, they literally.
They say Mothman's an owl. They say like.
They'll probably say that Goatman's an owl. Like if I dig deep enough, there's someone that said it was an owl. But there haven't been too many sightings since the 50s. But around the time that they saw Braxy, there were people that were like, they smelled something bad and they're like, huh, what's that light? Kind of vibe. They saw it crashing into the earth and then they smelled something bad. So they can only corroborate that side of the story. But ever since she came to this earth, she hasn't been seen.
No, she probably died.
Okay.
But okay.
Yeah.
So this is our last one, right?
Yeah, this is your last one.
Okay. So the last one I have is going to be kind of quick because I wanted to do something that was a little less known. I've heard about it once and I just have been obsessed with the idea ever since, and I just really want it to be true. And they're river dinos. So river dinos, also called prairie devils, river lizards, Oklahoma raptors, or mini rexes, are small bipedal lizard-like creatures from the U.S. Their range is typically from southern Colorado to Texas. The 4 names above are used more popularly in different areas. The name river dinos comes from the numerous sightings near bodies of water. So river dinos, like what they sound like, is a 3-foot tall dinosaur-looking type thing. They've been described as little T-Rexes or velociraptors. But more people than not say they look more like small 2-legged lizards. They're typically green or brown and sometimes have feathers. The theory or explanation is that they're thought to be living dromaeosaurs. Dromaeosaurs. Some say they are simply a new species of bipedal lizard. Bipedal lizards do exist, such as the basilisk lizard, but they don't live in the area. And they can only run bipedally for short bursts. So I think this is cool. I've heard a podcast that I listened to like a year ago talk about reports in Texas of people like driving. I forgot what city it is. I need to look it up. They're driving and they just see like what looks like a little T-Rex running next to the car for like a couple seconds, then it goes in the field.
Oh, that's creepy.
And I was like, but to me, it doesn't even seem creepy because they're small, they're like 3 feet. You know, unless it's like
your height.
Unless it's like the little ones from the Lost World that eat that little girl, and I guess there's a bunch of them. Yeah. Then I guess if there's a lot of them, I'd be scared. Yeah.
Packs of them, and they can like fuck your shit up.
But if it's just like 1 or 2, I probably wouldn't be that scared.
Isn't the basilisk one like the little lizard that goes?
I think
walk on water.
I think it's the one that has the.
I thought no, that one's the frilled lizard.
Let's see.
If this is the one that walks on water, then you can eat it. Have you seen the video of that little the girl who's in the closet and she farts and she goes, "Hello?"
Yeah.
What was that?
That wasn't me, guys.
I'm scared.
Yeah, I love that video.
But hi, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. We have we are in Dover, Massachusetts, which is 15 miles south of Boston. So like
party.
And that's why I said that the Dover Demon may have had some sightings in Boston, Massachusetts, you know?
That wasn't the city you were doing. That was the whole gag of why you brought it up last time. But go ahead.
Huh?
Oh,
Dover. Okay. Why are you so mad at me? What did I do to you? So the lore is there was a 17-year-old named Bill Bartlett who saw a creature who was about 4 feet tall, with about the height of Mikey. I'm just kidding. He's taller than me. But when we sit here, I look taller than him. So that's why
I slouch.
Yeah,
I'm a lazy mother.
She sits like Taylor Swift.
Hurry up!
I'm sorry.
Story.
Why are you? Don't rush me.
8 minutes of the time.
Okay, and it's not too. We haven't even been talking for 2 minutes. 4 feet tall, glowing orange eyes, no nose, no mouth, watermelon-shaped head.
No bra, no panties.
No bra, no panties. And he was sitting on top of a broken stone wall on Farm Street. And then a 15-year-old said that he saw the exact same creature around the same time. So like, I'm assuming if he's on the other side of a lake or other side of a river, I don't fucking know where this creature was. Love her. So that 15-year-old said he saw that exact same creature around that time. And then there was another 15-year-old who said he saw it the next day. This like little thing. And then all 3 of them sketched the creature to the best of their ability. And our little boy Billy, Bill wrote on his sketch, "I, Bill Bartlett, swear on a stack of Bibles that I saw this creature." Crazy. That's what he looks like. I think that's Bill's.
That's good for.
I mean, honestly, slay. But it has not been seen since those 2 nights in 1977. So skeptics say that it was a moose or a horse.
A 4-foot moose.
Or an owl.
Oh my god.
So they're like, anything that you see in the middle of the woods, it's always going to be an owl. That's what all the skeptics are going to say that.
Yeah.
My last little blurb is just that the Dover Demon and the Flatwoods Monster were featured on the anime Dan Da Dan.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen it?
I've seen the first 2 episodes. The Netflix one?
You watch anime. I don't know why I said it like that. It sounded like one of those like anime girls. You watch it. Yeah, you watch it. But yeah, that's my that's the Dover Demon. So she is a very beautiful woman. She kind of looks like you. So
oh
yeah, it's
great.
She has the same head size and height. Keep going.
Anyways. Well, we hope you enjoyed this very strange American episode of the Graveyard Guys podcast. I'm Mikey, and this is Westerly De Fuentes.
De Fuentes.
And we hope you have a great holiday, and it's the beginning of July. Summer's officially here. Hopefully we can see some new cryptid sightings and party. So, without anything else to say, graveyard out, bitches.
Graveyard out, bitches.
Bye.
Bye.